Let's start with the Ohio State offense, prolific at times this year, but bogging down in the red zone. CJ Stroud put it up 54 times. There could be an argument made that he needed to put it up 54 times, that the run game was not working. But then again, maybe the run game needed a little bit more work.
Certainly. I mean, TreVeyon Henderson, 21 rushes for 92 yards, 4.4 yard average, which for some isn't terrible. For him is really bad based on what he's done at other times this year. And I think there's a number of reasons for this. I think first, you have to remember, as much as Ryan Day preaches balance, he was a quarterback. He's going to do whatever it takes to win. I think that's first and foremost. But he was a quarterback. He tends to trust his quarterbacks in moments. You saw it even early in the season against Oregon when he went to CJ Stroud throwing the ball late in that game. And it was only his second start. So Ryan Day trusts the quarterbacks. He wants to make plays through the air, but he's also shown he's willing to win by the surest way, kicking field goals and stuff recently. So it was a bit surprising that they sort of went away from the run game again. They hadn't done that much recently, and Ryan Day talked about that. But I also think the offensive line isn't getting the same kind of push, creating the same kind of holes that they were early in the season. I think, for one, they're playing better opponents who have more film on this offense and have seen the way that this offensive line has blocked things in the run game. So I think some of that's on the coaches. I think some of that's on the offensive line to be better. Now, you are playing with what started the season as 4 tackles and 1 center on the offensive line. So that may have something to do with the run blocking. Matthew Jones does get in quite a bit, and he's a natural guard. So he is in there and playing. But I think that is the big issues. And the red zone has come up a lot. I know, you want to be scoring touchdowns and whatnot. Ohio State has been very poor in the red zone these last 2 games. And some of that comes with running the football. You have to be able to run the football in the red zone because throwing the ball becomes even harder with less space. And especially with a quarterback like CJ Stroud, who, as good as he's been, is still young and still learning that part of the game. And I think we just need to understand this. He doesn't want to run. He's not a running quarterback. He will run. He's done it a few times. You saw him do it last year. When he does it, he's pretty good at it, but that's not in his DNA to do a lot. And so it takes that part of the game that you had with Justin Fields, you had with JT Barrett in the run game out of it. Now teams can cue on to TreVeyon Henderson or whichever running back's back there. And that adds another dynamic to the struggles. So do I think CJ Stroud will have to run in the red zone at some points? Yeah. Do I think he needs to run more on the field? Yes. It's a matter of will he do it, but they've got to get the run game going regardless. And that starts with the offensive line, because I think TreVeyon Henderson obviously is a good enough player. You give him any sort of seam, he's going to get through there. And we've seen him, manage to do that these last 2 games, still put up decent numbers. It just needs to be better, and they need to be more balanced, especially, these last 3 games of the regular season are no joke.